Hello, YouTube. How are you? I don't know what's happening. There's a delay with the live stream, but I am here. I appreciate you all. We are going to go live. We're going to go live and monetize our expertise. So I appreciate you all being here. I am live currently. So thank you so much. I'm going to get ready to get on my live stream for TikTok. We're going to get going. Um, things was lagging this morning. I can't understand it, but guess what? We are here. How you doing? Yes, Michelle, I appreciate your friend. I don't know what happened. There's a delay that keeps happening with this live stream. That's happened like 2 days in a row now. So I'll talk to you. Well, it's only Wednesday. I thought it was Thursday. I'll say tomorrow, but I'll talk to you Friday. We'll chat about it Friday, but I'm not sure what's happening. If that's something that I should get used to, I guess. Um, I have to kind of figure that out. But like I say, you all, I am doing the journey of going live every day, and I am co-streaming. Is very good. That's good. That's good. um, I am co-streaming right now on YouTube as I do my TikTok, so you guys know what to expect from that end. My kids are trying to help me type. I love it. He was like, "Oh, look here." I get it, friend. We are busy. We are multitasking. That's it. And so I am so delayed this morning. I had a phone call and then I had messages coming in, and I was trying to go live and set up my screen and do all the things. He said, I'm always working. Yep. I was doing about 3 things at once. And then when I expected YouTube to just go live, it was like spinning and spinning and spinning. I was like, oh, let me figure this out. So what I end up doing, and I'll say this out loud just in case anybody else has this issue. What I end up doing was coming out of it, and then it was still there as um, a live stream that was upcoming. That's what it said. And I just went back to it and restarted. We clicked it again and it came live. So I'm not sure what's happened. YouTube's never lets you jump in. Yeah, I know the countdown happens, but the last few times the go live thing was just spinning. Now again, I'm not doing Restream or StreamYard. I'm not doing one of those third parties. I'm going straight from YouTube Studio. If okay, gotcha. Okay, that's it. Just know that this is a constant, and I'm gonna have to just do my come out of it, come back in it type approach. That seems to be the thing that's working. Once I come out and come back in, it'll click right on for me. So, like I said, that's been the thing that's happened the last 2 days, 2 days in a row. It's been like this. And I think it is better with a streaming platform. Okay, you don't have that lag. Gotcha. Okay. Okay. That might be the information I need to just go ahead and jump into a streaming platform. Okay. We'll test one and we'll chat. We'll chat to test. Yeah, let's test it. Yeah. We'll chat about it because I got a couple things I've noticed. So I want to make sure I'm understanding. And it's interesting because I'm looking at analytics a little bit more. I'm getting a better understanding of how things are operating on the back end, especially with the studio and then with this webcam. The horizontal versus vertical, I'm interested in just testing that a little bit more, especially as I'm trying to grow. I think that's my thing. There's a pro and con, obviously, from what we talked about before, but I think I'm in a growth phase, so I'm trying to make sure I'm thinking intentionally about growth, but just being intentional about my growth too. So there's a trade-off there. So I get it. I get it. So we'll talk Friday, and you just let me know some other things I need to keep in mind. And your live today is 6 p.m. Central. I have a meeting with somebody because that's 7 p.m. Eastern for me. I have a meeting, so I might be able to jump on. I might be able to jump on for like the first 15 minutes because I think my meeting's scheduled starts at 7:15. So that's 6:15 your time. So I'll probably be able to jump on the beginning and just get a little bit more information that you're sharing. Are those recorded? I wonder if those are recorded. Um, so I can go back and look. Let me know if that's recorded. It is recorded, so catch the replay. Okay, awesome, awesome. And the replay would be on your under your playlist? It's always okay. Do you have it under a playlist? Is that where I would go for recorded sessions that you do, or how does that work? I guess I'm just trying to think about my approach. Is that a playlist, or is that just, I don't know, a long form video that I would look at? You let me know. We'll talk Friday, so I'll know other options and stuff because I want to make sure I'm starting to do a little bit more homework and research. That's what I've been trying to do when it comes to YouTube in particular, especially as I go through this journey. All right. Thank you, friend. I appreciate you. You said, okay, kids. I know you probably got them in your hands and you're trying to type. All right, friends, y'all see me. I'm just chatting away with Yes Michelle Crochets. Make sure you connect with her. She is my YouTube expert. She is telling me all the things you do. So I want to make sure you connect with her. Yes, Michelle Crochets. That's who she is. Follow her, subscribe to her, and go to her session so that you are able to learn some of the tricks and tips when it comes to YouTube. But also, she's going to be doing a session tonight, 6 o'clock Central, 6 p.m. Central, on demystifying some of the things about YouTube. Okay, so I want you to be able to check that. This recording is here, so it's here so people can go to it. Go to your page. I appreciate you, friend. He said, thank you. I appreciate you. All right. So we're about to go live on TikTok. I'm going to talk about all things TikTok. And you guys know how I start. I'm going to chat it up. This is my goal live and monetize your expertise. I want you to be intentional about your process and your journey. So we will talk about that in just a second. All right. Good morning. Good morning, TikTok. It is Dr. Lisa. Launch Your Income. Thank you so much for being here. We're going to talk about all things going live and monetizing your expertise. So come on in. I'm going to help you understand how do you find your target audience and how do you offer solutions for them, whether it's a digital product, physical product, consultations, mentorship, membership. Come on in. How you doing, Sonora? Thank you, Renee, for being here. Hi, Renee. How you doing? Renee, that's right, Renee White. I was going to say that's not the right word. Baby T, how you doing, friend? How you doing, Linda? Thank you so much. I'm sorry I am late this morning. I set on my YouTube because you know I was co-streaming, and also I had to make sure that I took care of a couple little administrative tasks before I went live. How you doing, Renee? I see you, friend. Good morning, Letitia. Thank you so much for being here. So come on in. We're going to talk. We're going to talk about building your community. We're going to talk about solutions and making sure you understand how do you level up. I'm good. Hope your day is going good. It is. It started off well. I cannot complain. Um, with everything's going right now, I know there's a lot to complain about, but at the end of the day, we're here. We're doing all we can do. All right. So thank you so much, Constance. Thank you for being here. And so what I do at the beginning of this live, I'm going to talk about energizing your life because I'm going to show you how to energize it. How you doing, Ben? Thank you so much for coming back. I know you've come back before. Thank you so much. It's all good. I appreciate you. How you doing, Mike? I appreciate you joining. Tama, thank you so much. Hello, Angel. How you doing, friend? Thank you so much for coming in. I appreciate you all being patient with me. I try to be a little timely, but lately my time is getting away from me. Angel, thank you so much for the heart puff. I appreciate your friend. And you all come in, connect with each other. Thank you so much for the rose. So we're going to chat it up. We're going to talk about going live. And this is my level of conversation. Okay. So I usually put my sticker up. Let me put my sticker. I'm clicking enhance. I'm then clicking sticker. And then I click a sticker and then I change the information on it. You only can do stickers when you are in your live session. So I tell you how to make sure you're able to do this. Um, and so I want you to be able to put stickers up and communicate with your community. Okay. Stickers have a letter count too. Let me see. Are you making everybody sound like? Yeah. Okay. So Chinese little wee sticker people. Okay. Let's see. Thank you so much for the daily Courtney. I am getting started. I can't see the chat for the moment because as you write a sticker, your chat is covered. But I am typing past you. Okay. And when you guys have that here, it's going to be on my head. But we're going to go with it. Good morning, Miss Darlene. How are you, friend? I saw you come in. Thank you so much. All right, friends, we're going to start chatting this stuff. I want to make sure you guys know that that's happening. Go live with ease. That's my 4 o'clock. I want you all to come to that if you have questions. I typically call this my level up. Okay, this is where I want you to think strategically. This is about going live. How you doing, Vivian? Thank you, friend. This is about going live, thinking very strategically about your goals. What are you doing? Who are you talking to? How are you branding yourself? How are you offering solutions? So that's what I talk about. I want to make sure you guys have all the tools to be successful. Because I'm trying to build this. When I have people that watch for 1 minute or less, um, I'm blocking them. Wait a minute. I laugh. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Okay, let's rethink that before we block folks. Is it okay? I would say now the people you block, thank you for seeing them. Is that okay? Hello from Houston, Texas. How you doing, friend? Asian so Prince, thank you so much for being here. Yeah, I'm laughing. You said I'm blocking them. How you doing? Michelle McGee, thank you so much. Oh my gosh, that was funny. You said, look here, you will not come in my room, watch for a minute and leave. Okay, so here's what I would tell you. I would say just rethink that a little bit because what happens is that yes, some people will scroll past. How you doing with love? I see you, friend. Some people will scroll past and they just end up in your room. Sometimes you hit a live room, you hit the live rooms, and when you scroll, you drop into a room quickly. You're not able to come in. You're actually in it. And so that to me is a TikTok flaw. Okay, that's a TikTok flaw. I will say people will sit tap. Thank you so much, Vivi. I see your friend. People will not tap in to come in your room and they're watching, they're looking, they're hearing your conversation. How you doing, Tyrone? Thank you for being here. And they're making a conscious decision if they want to come in or not. So that's part of it too. And some people will listen for a little bit. And then some people are like me, where I'm like, okay, I want to come in, I'm gonna come back to their room later. Because I like what they're talking about. I just don't have the time right now to really sit and invest in this conversation. So I'm taking note to come back to this room. So I would say pause before you block them. Don't block them immediately because they may come back. They may see you, and it's something about your room. They stay for maybe a minute, and it's something about your room that they're like intrigued about. So when they come back and see you again, they'll be there. Now let me talk about the algorithm really quickly. Thank you so much, Ray. Thank you all who are coming in. I see you, my friends. Nurse Hiller, thank you so much for being here, friend. What I will say about that is that the algorithm will push people in your room, your target audience, because a couple things is happening. The words you're saying is actually getting uh, what do you call it? In a way that TikTok says, okay, you're talking about people who want to go live. You're talking about people who want to monetize their expertise. You're talking about people who are interested in physical products, digital products. You're talking about people who want to know more about their target audience. So as people are writing those words, maybe SEO, they're writing those words, maybe they're posting about it, maybe they categorize them in that way that they're interested in certain aspects of this live. And so they push those people into your room. So those people may come across your live a couple different times before they actually come and sit down and listen. And the FYP will push your live out so people can see it. So just pause for a little bit before you start blocking folks. Don't block them because at the end of the day, they may come back today and sit for a minute, but the next time they come back, they sit for 5 minutes, they sit for 10 minutes, they sit for the whole live. Okay, so just recognize that's part of the process. So don't feel like they're wasting your time and space. That's part of the process. And you know how we are. We got to hear something a couple different times, maybe 5, 10 times before we actually take action. Okay. So that's the way I see it. I have a lot of people come back to my life and they still trying to figure out, should I go live? Should I go live? Is it my time to go live? Has she convinced me enough that I could do this? So I just want you to know, don't give up on it yet. I'm going to randomly action to co-host and are there any benefits accepted? Miss Goody Two Shoes. Here's the deal. Um, how you doing? Yes, your friend. I don't accept those requests ever. I've never accepted one of those requests. Let me take that back. I accidentally hit accept one time at the very beginning of my journey, and I realized I'm not accepting that request anymore. And TikTok likes the community aspect, so they push it out there. They actually say it. Co-hosting will help expose you to more people. It does broaden your reach when it comes to who's in the room, who's connecting to you, because you're co-hosting and you have more guests too. That again broadens your reach. There's times when I've been a multi-guest and people who are part of my followers, it's like, oh, Dr. Lisa must be going live. I wasn't going live. I was actually in somebody else's room and I was being a guest of theirs. And so people will come into that live because they see that I came to the room or that I'm in a hosting or a multi-guest capacity. So it does give you more exposure. It's not a bad thing. Um, I don't do it because what they're traditionally offering is, I mean, they do small talk, they do other stuff. They may be trying to solicit and they may be trying to battle. At the end of the day, when I do my room, I say my room, I'm focused on my topic. I want to make sure that I am able to connect with my audience and answer your questions. So that's why I'm here. So I think the whole multi-guest hosting and stuff, I don't necessarily engage in any of that. So thank you so much, Bonify. I see your friend. I do deny those requests. You look at it, the one time I made an accident, so I would like to say 100%. Good day. How you doing, Inspired Martin? I appreciate you, friend. Good day, Dr. Lisa in chat. Thank you so much. I do that. Listen first before I give a daily heart me. There we go. There we go. Yeah, guilty. Such great tips. I have listened to you. Thank you so much, Steph. I appreciate you. Maybe till you say guilty because you sit there and listen before you decide to go in the room. Is that what you were saying? Guilty of? Yeah. I mean, we all do it. I think I will go live next week. There we go. There we go. Oh, you're saying you guilty because you haven't gone live yet. You're like, I've been listening to you, lady, and I have not gone live. Great content. Thank you, Dee. I appreciate you, friend. You are so sweet. Every time you say that, I was like, I know you're saying that for the algorithm. I get it. I appreciate it. It is received every time you say it. So I appreciate you, friend. Thank you so much. Yeah, like I said, the words matter, the things you type, everything that happens in a room, it all matters. How you speak to your community, how you're connecting with them. Just make sure you're doing it and you're being intentional about who you're talking to. Okay, got it. Thank you for answering. You're totally fine. I appreciate you, friend. And I don't know if you saw that I did go on your YouTube. I'm going to segue to my YouTube commercial in a second, but I did go there and left a comment and subscribe. So I appreciate you too for subscribing to my channel. Still get rejected when can't join TikTok shop affiliate. Then 2 weeks and no answer. Let me see. Yeah, Wendy. Let's talk offline because weren't you one of the ones. Did you have a business account? Let me know because I'm trying to remember your story. I think you had a business and you switched to personal. Was that your story? Let me just make sure. I know we've chatted a few times, right? Obviously, I get other chats too that come in, and I'm probably blending your story with somebody else's. But I do know it takes time. That I will say. You said no, that was not your story. You had personal this whole time, and you just hadn't gotten in TikTok shop. You've had personal the entire time, and were you somebody that got accepted and then they took it away? Was that your story? You know, that I'm probably blending stories, friend. I apologize for that. Um, TikTok Shop is one of those things. On my just patiently waiting for support to fix the glitch. So that was your story. You got accepted. You got accepted notice, and then it went away. I think that was your story. Um, and you said something about a glitch for you. So let's see. What's the glitch? Maybe I'm confused by the glitch. All right, friends, we are going to connect in a second. Let's see. My commercial real quick. Let me talk about YouTube because that's what I was about to say in my mind. How you doing, Doc? YouTube. You guys know I'm Coach Fran. So go to my channel. My moderator, yes, Michelle Crochet. She's actually in the room. If you're curious about YouTube, how to get started, what you need to do, what are some things you want to pay attention to when you're starting your channel, she's a great person to talk to. She's a YouTuber. In a sense that she's gone live, she has a channel, she's been pretty active, she's almost at the level of monetization, so definitely subscribe to her as well. What I will tell you is that going over there, go ahead and like my live, subscribe if you can, and go to one of my shorts. That's because I get a notification. When you go to one of my shorts and put a comment and a like and then subscribe, I can see it. When I see it, I can go back to your channel, put a comment on your shorts, like it, and subscribe. Subscribe last. You always want to watch with YouTube. They're very sensitive about what they call fake engagement. You can't just subscribe to somebody's channel. You actually got to watch their content. So you want to watch, comment, like, and then subscribe. My friend, yes, Michelle Crochets, that's her channel. My channel is Dr. Lisa Launch Your Income, so it's the same right now. So we made it the same, y'all. So if you type that in the chat, you should be able to get to my page, which says Launch Your Income, and go ahead and go there, subscribe, and comment in the chat as well here. Like the live, it helps boost the live. And like I said, this is our growth season. We're intentional about what we're doing. We're growing. We're connecting. We're level up. We're being very intentional about having multiple platforms, playgrounds that we're playing on. Okay. So if we're here on TikTok, we can also be on Insta. We also can be on YouTube. We can do all things. Okay. I want us to be intentional on our approach. So that is something I am doing. I want to make sure that you guys know that it's out there. Okay. Really quick, I saw a couple comments and then maybe I'll talk about how we can get energized. Good morning. Thank you so much, Thrive. I appreciate you. Said just got eligible for TikTok Shop ability and rejected when I hit join. Someone seems to know what to someone seems to know what to and then you got cut off. So that was your story where you got accepted, then you went to go accept and you got rejected. So yes, so you said you check the content. It's not a content issue where your content, you don't have any rejected um, content out there when you do the auto check. So that's number one reason. The other reason would be the fake engagement. And so your numbers are way over 1,000. But if you have fake engagement in there and you haven't cleared out those banned accounts, that's another reason. So stay on top of the banned accounts element. I'm going to book a one-on-one after getting started getting more and more traction in life. There we go, friend. You said after I started getting more and more traction. Okay, yeah, yes, that's fine. I was about to say yes, yeah, that's fine. If you want to, I think you're saying after you get it or as you prepare to get it. So let me know what you're saying. What's her name again? Yes, Michelle Crochets and Dr. Lisa Launch Your Income. How do I start a TikTok shop showcase? Miss Darlene, let me go there. I'll go there. How do you start a TikTok shop showcase? I'll go there this morning for you. Let me talk a little bit and then I'll do that. I just realized I do have a meeting. I was going to say let's schedule a meeting, but I do have a meeting at 12:15. So I started later. So I'm gonna pivot sooner, usually about 11:15. I'll try to pivot so I can get done sooner. So we're gonna connect. Obviously I'll be back at 4 o'clock. I'll subscribe to your YT channel as well. Same name. I have a back comment. Awesome. Yep, that's it. I got you, friend. I got you. I can be awesome. Awesome. Okay, cool. Let's do this. Dr. Lister. Oh, yes, you got accepted. Now the work begins. Yes. Now the work begins. That's what I tell people. You got accepted in TikTok shop. I think that's what you're talking about. How you doing, Miss Carlito's way? I see you, friend. Um, so yeah. So really quickly, um, let me go let me go here because TikTok does have a flash code. We're going to click the flash code, friends, just to make sure we are getting our daily heart beats in. My new people, anybody new in the room, I'm going to pin this. And this is a flash code. Now we'll see if we made it. People coming in and out of the room, TikTok. We have 15 minutes to hit this flash code. If you've done your daily heart beat, my people who are already here, your daily heart beat. I'm assuming you've done your daily heart beat. And so this is the goal. We'll see if we meet it, but essentially the daily heart rate is you need to have coins in your account. So that's when you come in and click that. When you click it, you get 45 points. Okay, that's what I'm telling you. You get 45 points, and then the screen pops up and says add a comment for 30 points. And then you want to go back and claim those points. Okay, so TikTok is particular now that you have to come in, you check in, and that's how you check out. I already did the daily heartbeat. That's fine, Bloom. I see your friend. And so I don't know why the flash code was a daily heartbeat. I was like, oh, I guess I should put it up there. We'll see. At the end of the day, as y'all come in, grab your daily heartbeat. Just make sure you grab it. Okay. It'll be up there for 15 minutes. We'll see if we reach it because I know a lot of you done it already. So as you're coming in the room, you know you want to tap the screen. That is telling TikTok you like the live. We'll try to get this up to ultimately 50K. We'll see if we can do that. As you tap, 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 the line will crawl across. You'll see the heart can scatter, and then confetti will fall on the screen. So you see the confetti. I don't, but that is showing TikTok that you are supporting this live. You're actively here. You are engaging. That you support, sharing the live. And I'm saying because I did not share my live. I was not tapping my screen. But you want to make sure you're doing that. And then you touch my nose, touch my glasses. You can actually send the live out to your supporters. So it's a good way to make sure your supporters know you're here and you can share your live out to them. Okay. So that's another thing. I just share my live out to people. So I always share my live. I tap my screen, I do all the things. Okay, friends. When it comes to a couple things that came up, TikTok shop. We're gonna go there really quickly because I want to make sure um, I want to make sure you guys understand how to, now that you have it, people who are still trying to do it. So, Wendy, let me know if you're still with me. Wendy, I'm not sure. Like I said, there's two issues that will hold you back. Press out your nose, it should show all friends and followers. If you press my nose, not your nose, my nose. Oh, your nose. It should pop up a screen that actually shares all, shows your followers and friends, and you can share it out to them. Share it. So that's what you should see. Um, and so if you're not seeing that, then there's something else going on. And then the blue boxes, people are in the room, do you have blue boxes? You know, if you're curious about the blue box, but after you do the daily part, me, I tell people, make sure you click your blue box after you put that comment in. Make sure you click your blue box. Impress, thank you so much, friend. I messaged you back. Okay, so we're good. I got you back. So I made sure I left a message before I started my live. Baby T, thank you so much for the daily heart me. So you want to do that. So really quickly, TikTok shop. Two reasons you don't get in TikTok shop. The first reason has to do, thank you so much for the daily heart me. The first reason has to do with your auto check. So in TikTok shop, you got to make sure your account is in good standing. Okay. Your account has to be in good standing when it comes to the content you're producing. You can't have any red circles on it in terms of that auto check. So you want to go to your home page, I mean, to your profile page, click TikTok Studio, takes you to the tools page. As you scroll down, you'll see auto check. You want to do an auto check. How you doing, Trixie? I see you, Fred. You want to do an auto check. I tell you after you post every content. Okay? So do your auto check there. That's the first thing. Auto check will let you know how your content is produced, performing. Okay? And if you have any red circles, that's going to prohibit you on that select way. Oh, no problem. Um, that's going to prohibit you from getting into TikTok shop because essentially you got to post content, and the content has to be shoppable videos essentially, and they have to be in good standing. Okay, so it's teaching you now what are some of the do's and don'ts. So if you are getting any red circles, then that's a problem, and you need to either appeal those videos. What is TikTok shop? TikTok shop is when people are doing the shoppable videos where they have products that they can promote and sell. That's TikTok shop. Yeah. So I'm thinking about you, Miss Goody Two Shoes. Maybe you have beauty that you're into, beauty and fashion. When it comes to being an affiliate for a seller that has maybe a lipstick or some other products that you might want to promote, you get a commission for it. That's the affiliate program. So you hear TikTok shop for creators slash affiliate program. That's what that is. Where do you apply? Okay, so you would go. Um, there's a couple of different ways to apply. I'm going to take you to the way that you want to go to the Creator Search Insight page. Have you been to that before? If you go there, there's a scrolling message at the top that will, it's like a banner that has three messages. One of those you said no. All right. All right. All right. So you're okay. You're making me go back a step because okay. Let me do this real quick because I touched on this yesterday. I'm going to do a real quick recap of things you need to do on TikTok for TikTok shop for creator, not for seller. Seller means that you have your own product you're trying to sell, your business account, all those things. So if you are not a business account and you are a personal creator account, TikTok Shop for Creator slash affiliate program is what you want. Okay. You don't want TikTok Shop for Seller because I know that's probably there on your on the tools page, but that's not what you want. You want the creator program. Okay. So thank you so much, Chuck, for sharing the live. Yes, definitely share the live. I appreciate you, friend. And so share the live. We'll tap the screen. We'll get to chatting. Um, so TikTok Shop Creator. I'm going to put this in the chat just so that I have it. Okay. Thank you so much, friends. Creator. Oh, too fast. Okay. I'm going to put this comment. So you're gonna go on your home screen. So say you're in your profile, you're looking at your phone. In the corner is home. Home is where the FYP page is, where you can see TikTok shop. All that's at the top. At the top is also a search screen. A magnifying glass, click that. You go and type in that word, creator search insights. Then you'll see the option where it says view. It's red. Click that. You go into essentially it's a database. I'm not going to focus on what is Creator Search Insight because I think you should go there pretty often if you're thinking about trending topics, suggested content, any content gap that are based on your topic and your niche. That's a great place to go for ideas and to actually understand some of the topics you could be posting about, and you could actually start and post from within Creator Search Insights. So a valuable tool. One of the things that's at the top of it, though, is what I want to point your attention to, is this. It's a banner. It has three scrolling messages. One of the messages says something along the lines of opportunities for creators to earn money through shoppable videos. Something that says that alludes to TikTok Shop. Okay, TikTok Shop essentially is where you would have you see the content people post that has a little shopping cart. That's what that program is, the affiliate program. So if you're interested in that, I say click that option to go into that program. Everything you touch, everything you click, everything you type, this algorithm is collecting that data. So it knows what you're interested in. It knows the type of content you want to see. It pushes that content in front of you. And you also signal to the algorithm that you're interested in certain programs. So as you click and watch time matters. As you sit there and watch something and you go down that rabbit hole watching different videos, it says, oh, you're interested in this type of topics, this content. I'm going to push more of this in front of you. Okay. So just recognize that that's what you're doing. You're now signaling to the algorithm, I'm interested in TikTok shop. Let me click this button to say, how do I get into the TikTok shop? Okay. I have products that are already bought from TikTok shop. I want to use them first. Okay, awesome. Awesome. Now, I'm gonna segue in a second to what you need to do, Miss Charlene. So always good, good always. Thank you so much, Chuck. I appreciate it. And so um, as you are clicking that, the criteria. And so my friend Wendy said, I still haven't gotten in it. Well, something, I mean, you gotta wait patiently is part of it. Something else is probably signaling to TikTok to say you don't meet the eligibility. Maybe it's your content. If you have a violation of your content, you won't get it. Maybe it's that you have fake engagement, meaning that your following, your numbers, your followers are a lot of banned accounts or one banned account. As long as you have a banned account, that's a bad thing. So you won't get in it. So you got to make sure you clear that stuff out. And that's where I was going at the beginning of this, making sure you do an auto check to make sure you get green check marks by all your videos you post, as well as that you are intentional about your engagement, looking at your followers and removing those banned accounts. Okay. So those are the things that you want to pay attention to. Let's see. So click TikTok Studio. I mean, I'm sorry, Creator Search Insight. And then make sure you check there. You can apply. You might not get accepted, but I tell people to go back there and check data. Okay, so that's what you want to do. Then when you go to the search bar on that same search bar where you put Creator Search Insights, type in the word how to join TikTok Shop Affiliate Program. Again, you're telling TikTok you're interested in the TikTok Shop affiliate program. Okay? So, how to join the TikTok Shop affiliate program. Type that into the search bar. Content's going to pop up. Engage with some of that content. Watch it all the way through. Engage from the bottom up. Maybe you copy the link or repost or you share it, favorite. And then in the comments, you may words that say, oh, thanks for this information. I'm really interested in joining TikTok Shop affiliate program. Again, you're writing that. So TikTok sees that. So beginning your approach. How you sunflower. And so happy, thank you so much for being here as well. I see you all. Thank you so much. Um, so as you type that, that matters. Okay. Marianne, thank you so much for being here. Um, then I tell people to engage by hitting the shop. And that's something maybe you're interested in buying a product. Okay. So that's something that tells TikTok, okay, you're interested in the shop. So you're being intentional. And then I say, you know what? If you have a product that you buy from the shop, take that product and do what's called a review video, where it's not, you don't have TikTok shop, but you're talking about the product and you are showing the product that you purchased and you're reviewing, you're demonstrating, you're doing all those things. So those are the 5 things I tell you to do. Create search insights, search how to join TikTok shop affiliate program, the content that shows up, engage with it. Make sure you put something in the comments about TikTok Shop affiliate program. Buy a product from TikTok Shop, and then take that product and do a review video. It doesn't have to be that product; it can be some other products too. But you do a video review content. 5 things that tells TikTok very clearly you're interested in this program. Then 2 things I said you want to make sure you do an account check to make sure your videos, when you post videos, are in good standing. If it's not, you got to make sure you either appeal it if that's an option, or maybe you have the option to delete and edit the video. You have the option to private the video or change where it's viewable to maybe your friends. Whatever you do, you want to make sure that video is not getting a violation anymore. So run the check again. Okay. Always check content. Yep, your account check. Yeah, every time you post, do an account check just to make sure it is in good standing. Then you want to make sure on your home page, on your profile page, when you're on your profile, click your followers. Okay. Friends or followers, no matter who it is, click them. And then when you click them, it takes you to the list of people who you are following in that search bar, because there's a search bar there. So it has a search bar for your followers, your friends, and your following. Okay. So when you put in the search bar, type in the word user, USER. As you type in user, user is the beginning, user will be the numbers of how TikTok starts your account. And when they take your account data and put you back in user status. And they take your profile picture away. So if you search user and you got a lot of people or accounts that are there that have no photo, no image, and their user with all the numbers, those are banned accounts. So if you click that, it'll take you to their page. It says account banned where the content normally should be. And so as you are looking at that account, you got to remove that. So in the top corner is an arrow. Click that arrow. It should give you the option to remove the follower. If it doesn't have it there, you can block it. That's an option. Or you can go back to the list. If it's somebody you're following, you click the word following and it makes it red. It means that you're not connected any longer. So you can unfollow those accounts. Okay. So those are the things you want to do to make sure that your account is in good standing, that you meet the community guidelines, as well as the threshold for followers. Okay. And TikTok will determine when they allow you to come in and become part of the TikTok shop. Okay. So that's you're welcome, friend. So that's how you get in. Now, really quickly, I'm going to summarize what do you do, and this is for Miss Darlene. So, what do you do once you get in? Okay. Cute, thank you so much. I appreciate you, friend. So that's how you get in. So I want you to be intentional about that process, following those things. Thank you. You're welcome. You're welcome. I need, yes. Um, and so now that you have it, I know some of you have it. I appreciate your friends and the roses. Um, now that you have it, now it's like, what next? What do I do? Okay. So, a couple things I tell people to keep in mind. As soon as you get access, set up your showcase, because now you don't have a shop. A shop is for people selling their products. A showcase is for the affiliates, for the creators. Those are people who are promoting other people's products and they're getting a commission for any sales that happen off of their affiliate link. Okay, so you have an affiliate link. Good morning. I appreciate you so much, friend. Thank you so much for being here. Um, so as you have your showcase that you're building out, there's a couple things I want you to keep in mind. If you have the pilot program, so a creator pilot program, that essentially is allowing you to do 5 shoppable videos a week. Okay, 5 shoppable videos a week, and then with those shoppable videos, you are determining um, which products you want to promote in those 5 shoppable videos. So just keep that in mind. You don't have unlimited access. Unlimited access is granted typically when you have like 5,000 followers. People do get it earlier than 5,000, but at the end of the day, it's 5,000. So that's the unlimited access where you can do as many videos as you want each day. Okay. And a caveat here, if you are interested in TikTok Shop and making a lot of money, if you're interested in TikTok Shop and making a lot of money, then I tell people it is based off your volume of how many videos you're putting out there daily, as well as the quality of your videos, as well as the right product selection. Okay, so those are the 3 things you want to keep in mind when it comes to unlimited. There's a volume thing that you want to consider. There's a lot of people making a lot of money because they're putting a lot of content in the right products that they're promoting. They understand what products are selling, what are the hot trending products. They understand the seasonality of products, like what time of the year it is. They understand who's doing videos that are hitting or are really successful, essentially. And so they're paying attention to that. That's a data-driven approach. And there's some strategy surrounding that, using third-party data as well as making sure you're paying attention to the product trends and the content creators that are pushing different products. Okay, so there's a strategy, and there's people who do different mentorship programs and other programs out there for it. But just keep that in mind. I know many of my people here are just like beginning, and you're doing the pilot program, but that is something that you may want to consider if you like. Okay, I'm going to make a lot of money on TikTok Shop. How do I get there? That's a different strategy. You just want to make sure you're investing the time and understanding the process. And so the pilot program teaches you how to make sure you have quality videos, that you're not getting in trouble with TikTok, that you understand messaging, you understand how to describe products, you understand, just the whole process of creating shoppable videos, as well as shoppable lives. You can come here and do this too, and do TikTok shop. So you have both options, but just recognize there are some limitations in terms of what you can do, what you can do and can't do. So pay attention to Prophet. Thank you so much for joining. Pay attention to the information surrounding TikTok shop for what exactly is the best approach when it comes to creating shopping videos. Really cute. Thank you so much for joining. I appreciate you all. So I'm gonna give you a tip on a couple things you want to keep in mind. Thank you all who are joining my YouTube too as well. I appreciate you. Make sure you like the videos, live stream, comment as well. Okay. Hello, good morning, friend. Um, so I can break it down. You can a little bit. I mean, you're kind of like I said, the pilot program. You think of it as a training, just getting you acclimated to doing TikTok shop. Exactly. So 5 videos, and people. I mean, if you're doing it, you're hitting that threshold. You're doing all 5 videos each week. You're promoting your products. A couple other things I want you to keep in mind when it comes to TikTok shop. When you select your products, and I know, Mr. Sterling, you said, "Oh, I've already bought a lot of products on TikTok shop." So if you have products that's great, you can promote those. Here's what I tell people to do and pay attention to your product selections. When you go to the product marketplace, you're going to go there. You also, a couple things you want to know is that TikTok categorizes you, okay? When it comes to your niche, your product niche, essentially. So on TikTok Shop, this is different from when I talk about niche here in your live frame and what you're talking about and who you're talking to, understanding your target audience. Related but not related. Related but not related, really. TikTok Shop is different. There literally is a niche that you're categorized under for collaboration invites. So sellers, when I told you sellers, TikTok Shop for sellers is different. So sellers who are looking for people in the beauty niche or the electronic niche or fashion lifestyle products, all those different niche. I can't remember all the categories, but there are multiple categories. TikTok will categorize you based on how you populate your showcase, the products that you pick. Also, with the product marketplace, um, if when you first set up, you are able to click what um, niche you want to be under. You can select that. That should be one of the first screens you get. It's inconsistent in terms of how people get to that screen. I know for me, when I click product marketplace here, when I started this account, it took me right to it. My other account, I don't remember seeing that. Maybe I took something else, and so that may have taken it away where when I went to product marketplace, it wasn't there for me any longer. Maybe I went to start playing around with the showcase or something else I clicked. So when I went to the product marketplace, it was not there. This account, I went straight to the product marketplace, and it was there for me to select what category. So you can select up to 3, okay? So when you open your TikTok shop for creator, not for seller, TikTok shop for creator account, click the 3 lines in the right corner. That's where you wanna go. You wanna go there for a couple reasons. It's gonna tell you if you have the pilot program, creator pilot program. It gives you the stipulations of doing those 5 videos a week. What is counted as a shoppable video. So make sure you know that, make sure you read that, understand the criteria. Okay. So I would say really do a deep dive in understanding what what constitutes a quality shoppable video. So that you don't get a violation. Okay. So that's the first thing. Okay, I'm business most. Do I have to start over for me to get the Facebook? Yeah. You gotta open up a new account, not start new starting over. You can switch it. If you have TikTok shop for seller, you gotta close your shop first. So there's a 30-day notice to close your shop, so you don't get it immediately. Um, or you can start a new account and just start a personal account and keep your business account there. So you can do it that way as well. But switch your account, 3 lines in the corner of your profile, settings and privacy, and under account, it should say switch to personal. Or if you have a personal account, it says switch to business. So that's where you see that. Good morning, everyone. Hope your day is going well. It is. How you doing? And I see you. Thank you so much. And Coach Miss Jessie, thank you so much for being here. I see you, friend. Um, so let's go back. So when you're in your TikTok shop for creator, 3 lines in the corner, you want to click that. As you click that, it also gives you how you doing, Coach Miss Jessie? Thank you so much. Wonderful Wednesday. Um, as you click that, it tells you that the pilot program criteria. It also has a settings and privacy. I think it might be just privacy on that screen. I want you to click that. If you scroll down, probably the third one from the bottom, it tells you what's your niche when it comes to collab invites. So it'll tell you for collab invites, you essentially are under the beauty niche or the electronic niche. I'm under electronics because when you see my showcase, it's all the different products, electronic products for being a content creator or a live host. Like I have my easel, I have my light, and my charger cord. So when it comes to collab deals, I'm I'm under electronics. Okay, that's how they have been categorized. The other thing you want to keep in mind is in that same 3 lines for collab preferences. Okay, you can actually identify what type of collaboration sellers you want to work with. And you can put your preferences for that. Here's what I would recommend, and I'm about to talk about your product selection. Is 3 things that should correlate to the collab preferences. So you can set the collab preferences for these 3 things I'm talking about. Okay. So when it comes to selecting your products, again, we're thinking about collaborating with sellers. You're selecting products that you're going to promote for these different sellers, their products. So the first thing I tell you to pay attention to is how much products volume has been sold by that seller for that product, essentially. How much volume has been sold? Essentially, you want something that's high. Maybe it's been 25K products sold or higher. I think the higher the better. The collab preferences, you can check that. That's something you can say. I only want collaboration invites for people who have sold um, this many products. Okay, that's important to know because if you pick a product and maybe you like the product, maybe you think that product aligns well with your niche. and what you're talking about with your community. But if only if you've been sold, you don't have enough market interest, so people are not looking and checking for that product. Okay, so you want enough volume out there. People are interested in it, so that when it's time to sell it, people will say, "Okay, this is a good product." You will get caught up in that trend and that wave. So that's important to do that. So pick a product that's had a lot of sales. That's ideal. And that may be a little bit of relative. It may be a little relative because sellers selling the same product. So cumulative, it's a lot of interest out there, but there may only be one seller that's selling the most. Okay, so that's something to keep in mind. I brought some flashlights and some others. My nations all over. It is. That's fine. That's totally fine. TikTok did categorize you with something though, because they put something there for you. So if you go back and check, they do have you under a certain product, a certain niche. Um, so select a product that way. The other thing I will tell you, so that's number one, how many units sold essentially. How many units sold. Okay. Thanks for the time information. Thank you, Cindy. You're welcome. The other thing I will say, number two, look at the ratings. What have people been saying? The reviews. Ratings kind of run. I tell you to pay attention to five and above. Anything under that, I be aware that maybe that product, especially if there's a lot of volume that have been sold by that seller, they're probably going to have some bad reviews. So you just want to pay attention to how bad are the reviews? Like, what are people saying? Okay. 4.5 is probably a safe space to be. Ideally, 4.8, 4.9. A product that has a lot of good feedback is great. People might say, I didn't like the product broke, I didn't like it. So just be thinking about those reviews. So pay attention to your reviews. And then the third thing I will tell you is pay attention to commissions. Okay. Commissions can run the gamut. So a seller that doesn't have a lot of units sold, they may give you a higher commission. Something to consider. Depending on if there's enough interest for that product out there, um, you may not want that seller who has a higher commission if they have a lot of reviews. So then that's like, okay, do I pick that seller? Their reviews are bad. Maybe I'll go with this other seller who has better reviews and the commission is a little bit lower. But I know people like what they're getting. Okay. So those are the things that you want to factor in when you're selecting your product. I'm not going to tell you what to do, but essentially just kind of pay attention to that. When it comes to those collab invites, the preferences you can set that. You can set based on volume, based on reviews, and commission. Okay. So those are things that you can set to say that you want invites based on those criteria. Okay. Good morning. How you doing, Jamie? I appreciate your friend. You said, "Oh, this is the time you were waiting for. Were you, friend?" Okay. This is making me so much making so much sense. Thanks. You're welcome. I appreciate you. So just kind of when it comes to those products, those are the three things I tell you. Make sure you look at the volume, make sure you the units sold. There's another piece I would tell you to pay attention to as well. Make sure they have enough um, products in their inventory. Okay. So when you look at the seller, I mean, the affiliate page, you'll look and see the commission. It says right at the top how much inventory they have. So if they don't have a lot of inventory, mm, it's a hot trending product. I don't know. You gotta pay attention to that. You may have it in your showcase for now, but if it's gonna go through a restock or something like that, you want to pay attention. Um, So when it comes to product selection, pay attention to that. You'll see where the screen pops up and shows you how to add products to your showcase. It says add to my showcase. Essentially, it's I think it's a red little highlighted button. You can add it to your showcase. It also shows you a couple things you want to pay attention to. You can scroll down and see other creators that are promoting that product and see how they promote that product. So you can see some of their shoppable videos, their content. So you can look at that as an example of how you might want to promote it. Okay. You also have the option in TikTok, I think has refined this a little bit more, where the AI system can offer you a script for you to do your shoppable video. Okay. So you can have it write a script for your video. And then you can start the recording and click to add recording or start your video content in that marketplace, sorry, in the main showcase. And so when you click it, it'll take you to add that product as a link. You can add it as a link, and then it'll take you then to as if you're posting about to post. So it's a little easier, a few less clicks for you if you do it that way. But that's another way to do it. The other thing I was going to mention when it comes to TikTok Shop is products. So, Miss Sterling, you said you already bought some products from TikTok Shop. You were kind of buying things that you were interested in. Well, and like I said, you could definitely do add those products to your showcase because you have them, as well as do shoppable videos for them. I would tell you though, when you start to add those products to your showcase, you got to match it to the right seller, the person who you got the product from, ideally, or a seller that has the exact same product. So that's the first thing you want to do. And then again, just go through that process of discerning who has the most sales, what's the ratings, and then you decide who you add to your showcase based on that criteria. But it has to be the product essentially. Um, so that's a way to do it. You can also go around your home. So people who are have products already at their home. Like I said, Sterling bought some products and might have been some products that you bought a year ago. And you're like, oh, wait a minute, let me see this showcase. You can use that to start with as well. You can also add a product to your showcase. Let me say this out loud. You can see a product and say, oh, I definitely want to sell this product. It aligns with my niche. I love it. It meets the criteria that Dr. Lisa talked about. I'm going to add this product. You can add that product to your showcase, even though you don't have it yet. You can click your showcase afterwards, buy the product, and essentially you'll get the commission later after the product's been delivered. So think of it almost like it's a discount because the sale is a sale. So you sold it to yourself, but it still is a sale. So you get credit for it and you have the product. So that's another way to do it. That's kind of a cheat code when you think about buying products and wanting that specific product. Like I said, if they know the spoon with three of the products. Okay, there we go. And so the other thing you can do is obviously buy the product on another marketplace like the Zon. You know what I'm talking about. So you bought it there, and then if you like I said, if you have the product at home, you buy the product yourself. Okay, yeah, and you go to TikTok Shop. So those are things. And so those are things you can do with products in terms of getting products and then promoting them. Let me know if there's any other questions about TikTok Shop. I feel like I think that's the core design. Yes, you know what design is, y'all. um, let me know. You said I'm good. Okay, okay. Shoppable lives is an option too. So come in here. Well, you have the pilot program. I mean, essentially, without the right, without a trending product, you kind of you're experimenting. So don't expect a whole lot of sales. That's just not how it goes, especially when you're in the pilot program. So you don't have enough volume out there unless you ride the wave of a product that's really hitting. So coming live could be a way as you're talking to your audience, you're connecting with them, could be a way for you to say, okay, let me let me promote here, show you all the features and benefits. You just got to be careful because TikTok is really sensitive. You can't over exaggerate or say these unrealistic claims about a product. So it's a technique that you do here that you just have to be very, very you know, intentional about what you say and mindful. I guess that's what I was looking for. Mindful of how you describe products because that can get you in trouble. So you can't describe what products we have already purchased. Yes. Yep. You- As long as it's in the TikTok shop. I think there's like a barcode thing where you can scan or take a picture of the product and it'll show up. Um, it'll track or do investigation to see if it's in. If it is, you can add that product to your market show to your showcase as well. Someone told me you can do TikTok shop with less than $1,000. Yeah, you can get invited to the program. So the things I talked about earlier, those 5 things that I talked about in terms of telling TikTok you want TikTok shop. There's people who have gotten into TikTok shop with under $1,000. I mean, again, it's the blue boxes here. It's your engagement. It is you telling TikTok in a very intentional way, I want TikTok Shop. I want to be in this program. And so it will give it to you early. If they see you as an engaged user, you are telling it very intentionally, I want this program, I want to be involved. You've spent some money because you did the show. So you are, yes, you can get in early. You said, genuinely, you said, and go live with what we have. If the product is a product, yeah, yeah, you can do a live, shoppable live. I have 0 sales. You say you have 0 sales yet. I was supposed to say the pilot program is practice in terms of the unlimited access because you just don't have enough volume out there for people to get to your page. They're probably getting other products and videos before they get to yours. So yeah, it's just one of those things. We just gotta be aware of that. And if you want to sell, you may be doing a shoppable live. So you have people who are coming to your live because of either A, it's you, or TikTok. As you put that product in there, TikTok will say, oh, well, these are people who are interested in that type of products. Let me push them into your room. So that's why people will get a few more sales when you do shoppable lives. I think I've heard there's a limit when you're in the pilot program, like 3 shoppable lives a week. So I think there's a limit. I didn't realize that. But I didn't see the criteria. So check the criteria and see if there's any specifics on how many shoppable lives you can do. It's only said 3. So do I have to have a launch cart now in the pilot program? Yes. When you link that product, there should be an orange cart that people will see. The orange cart doesn't always show up for you to see when you post the video. You don't see it that way. But if you have a second account, you can go and use that second account, just log in, and you'll see if that shopping cart is there. That's what I had when I did my shopping cart. So I was like, why don't I see it on my end once I post? But it's there for viewers to click and see. Okay. What happens if you decide not to do the shop anymore? How do you go about that? Send you a little TikTok shop for creator, TikTok shop for seller. You can close your shop. If you're a seller selling a product, you can click. I think there's a separate portal for sellers. But if you go to TikTok shop for seller, those 3 lines should tell you how to deactivate. So you can close your shop. For TikTok shop for creator, you just don't sell no more. You don't have to do anything special. You just stop promoting videos and stop doing anything special. Like right now, I go live. I have my shop on my homepage. You can click that. Here, I don't talk. I don't do too many shopping videos. I've trained a little bit on it, and I'll show how people the mechanics of setting it, but I haven't really promoted it fully. So, but I still have my showcase. Yeah. Thanks for answering. You're welcome. That's what I do. I answer you all, and if you do not get answers, because TikTok filters you, I do answer. Yeah, I see y'all questions. Thank you so much. Or the chat got to chatting and I totally missed it. Okay, great. You're welcome. Thank you all. I appreciate you. So, any other questions? It ain't any loud. It's not Dr. Lisa. It's TikTok. How you doing, Mrs. TT? I appreciate you being here, friend. Any other questions about TikTok Shop? Let me know if you do. And oh yeah, Rich something when you being filtered. Let me know. I see. Oh yeah, but I'm happy to answer any other questions. He said, "Hey, everybody, how you doing, friend? Let me know if there's any other questions." Thank you so much. Yes, Michelle Chase, thank you so much, friend. I appreciate you for being in my YouTube. So if you want to go over there and like the YouTube, you can do that. My name is Dr. Lisa Luxury Income. If you go to one of my shorts, I and put a comment, like it, and then subscribe. You gotta make sure you subscribe after you engage with watching the video on YouTube. They're very particular. I will go to your page, look at one of your shorts, comment, like, and subscribe. So I want you to know we are in it to win it this year. Okay. We're doing all the things. We're playing around in a couple different playgrounds. I want us to make sure we are succeeding. Okay. How you doing, friends? Diana, thank you so much. How you doing? I appreciate you all being here. Okay. And make sure you're connected. So who is new to my room? Just write the word new. I want to make sure I said earlier, if you're looking for for TikTok Shop and wanted to get it, the blue box does matter. It signals to TikTok that you are a high engager. It tells TikTok that you are here engaging. If you're curious about the blue box when you're new to my room, because most of my people use the blue box. Now I've been doing it. So I don't have to talk about this. That's why I didn't go there. I was like, let me just go to TikTok Shop because there's many of you who are like, okay, I know how to engage. I know what I'm doing. Thank you so much, friends. I see you. I appreciate you. Thank you for the daily hug and the goat stickers. So if you're curious about it, put in the word hi or blue box or new. If you're good, that is awesome. I want you to take this back to your community when you go live. Tell them how to fully engage with your live. You make sure they know. Oh, she said Dimples. She said Dimples. I'm new. Wait a minute. I appreciate you, friend. Let's see. I appreciate it. Let's see. I'm gonna get the puzzle. 1 second. TikTok will give you those little puzzles. I want to make sure you guys are engaging, and TikTok knows you guys are here. He said no bio Dimples, and you have to use the name still. Okay, Dimples, couple homework for you. You got a couple things to play with your profile. We'll talk about that. Let's tell them. Um, yes, Miss Janet, I appreciate you being here. Do you know how to check to see if your account says affiliate or owner or seller? That's what that's alternative. Well, let me say this. When you're on your profile page, like TikTok Studio, if you click TikTok Studio, well, first of all, let's go here. If you're on your owner page, let's do this. This is the first thing I want you to check. Because I asked if you're a business account or a personal account. That's the first telltale sign of the two. So when you're on your profile where your face is, above your head is your nickname. There's 3 lines in the right corner. Click the 3 lines. Go to settings and privacy. Go to settings and privacy. And then click account. Under account, it should say switch to personal if you are a business account. So if you're already a business account and you want to switch to a personal account. If your account says switch to personal, that means your business, which means that you have TikTok Shop for seller, which means you might have a screen that says TikTok Shop for creator because you would go there to collaborate with creators to promote your affiliate as promote your product as an affiliate for your company. So that's why I paused because it was like, well, just check and see if you have TikTok Shop for creator. You probably do have it if you are a seller. So first step is that you want to make sure you have a personal account. So if you go to this account and say switch to business, then that means your account is personal because it's going to make you switch to business if you don't have a person if you have a personal account. So your account is personal. So that's the first step. You got to have a personal account to be an affiliate for a seller. Okay. So the first step is to check to see what kind of account you have. And if you don't have a personal account, your business account, then you can either start a new account as a personal account to get it, or you can close your seller account. You can close your shop, and then you can make the determination to start applying for TikTok Shop. Okay. So I hope that made sense, my friends. I appreciate you, friend. Thank you so much for being here. You said, wait, my apologies. Did you hear what I said? I'm just catching up. Let me know if you got it. Where do I see that? 3 lines in the top corner of your profile where your face is. That profile screen. 3 lines in the top corner. Click settings and privacy, accounts. Under account, it should say switch to personal or switch to business. Switch to business means that your account is personal. Okay, switch to business means that you have a business account. I mean, I'm sorry, switch to personal means that you have a business account and you need to switch to a personal account. Can I get my homework? Dimples, here's your homework, friend. Here's your homework. 2 things. You still have a user name, user with all the numbers. That's a no-no. You want to make your own unique user name. Okay. So you're going to go to your profile where your face is. You're going to hit edit profile. You're going to hit edit profile for 2 reasons. First of all, to create an official username. It's a unique name for you. Okay, you got to get rid of the user with all the numbers. So you're going to create a unique username. Whatever you want to do, it could be Dimples 25, whatever you want to do. So you're going to create a unique username. The other thing is right now you only have a nickname. That's what we see here. But when we click your profile, it says user with all the numbers. So that's the original account that TikTok gives you, that original name. It also is the name that TikTok strips you from when you become a payment account. And so most people do not like engaging with users because you look to be a bot, like you're not a real person. So you always want to create a unique name for yourself. Okay, username. That's your name. The other thing you want to do is create a bio. So you have two signs, username and bio. The bio is how TikTok categorizes you. Those are keywords you're going to put in there that speaks to who you are, what you're all about, and what type of content that you may be interested in creating. So there's alignment there. Okay. And as you create those words, TikTok says, okay, I see. I'm going to categorize you in this way. Thank you so much for sharing. And it will go to people who are looking for that type of content. And so you want to make sure you do that. So that's important. You said, I'm just going to keep hugging you. Oh my gosh. Am I getting another hug? You said, I'm just going to fill up your whole gallery. Your wish box. Thank you so much, friend. You're so sweet. Thank you. I appreciate that. You just made my morning. I was like, okay, I'm going to get all the hugs. So thank you so much. Um, So so that's your homework. You got 2 homework assignments. You need to figure out what you're gonna put for your bio. When you come to live, people click your profile, and they're essentially saying, "Okay, who is this person? Do I wanna connect with them? Let me see what their bio says." You wanna make sure you have words there. People will choose not to connect with you if they don't feel like they know you, okay? So you wanna be intentional, and actually, I do teach that. I say, "Look at people's bio before you decide to take them with you. Make sure you know who you're connecting with." This is about a community. So you want people who are going to connect with you both here and ideally about going live. You're building your community here. It starts here. And then you want to make sure they go to your content and connect with your content and stuff. So that's what you want to do. Okay. Thank you so much. I got your friends. Um, and then hold on, I gotta go back up, y'all. Y'all was chatting up something, and I might have missed some good comments, some good questions. So if I missed your question, I know I'm going back up a little bit so I don't totally get too far away. Jenny, how you doing, friend? Okay. Um, Empress, what you say? You said, Empress, you said the first time I saw the puzzle when I was live, I was like, "What is this?" Yes, yes. I was on with Coach Miss Jessie one time. I came to her live. She's like, "Dr. Lynch, you never talk about this puzzle." So now I say, "I got a puzzle, guys." I slide the little puzzle piece, so you guys know. I say it out loud because I just used to just do it. That's my actual question. Okay, let me Mom talk. Hopefully, I answered your question. I just want to make sure you got all what you need. I'm way back up higher. I've been going live for 5 days. Yes, I tell them all about engaging when I start my live. There you go, Shannon. I appreciate you, friend. He's like, that really says, talk to me. You need to engage. We are in a relationship, okay? Relationship is you, viewer, me, live host, and TikTok. We in a threesome, okay? So, yes, that's what I teach. You think it is wise to switch from pro to personal, business to personal? I think you can do a lot with your personal in terms of other monetization programs that you can get and being able to still leverage and talk about your business and your brand to your target audience in a live session. So honestly, depends on your business goals. I think it's okay to be a personal account. That would be my recommendation. But some people have specific business goals. I don't want to tell you like, oh no, you got to be business or you got to be personal. But it does limit you. Music you can't do. TikTok when you do business, TikTok says, okay, you're here as a business person. You're connecting as business, so you don't have the creativity that you have with a personal account. So it's just something to think about. And so lots of you said, wait, I think I caught you. So I think I got you. Let me know. Thank you, Dr. How you doing, sister? I appreciate your friend. How was your day? Okay, can I get my homework, Dimples? That's why you said, can you get your homework? I gave you your homework, friend. Thanks, guys. You're welcome. That part is fine. Yes, that part is fine. Laugh out loud. I got your friend. Mom, I think I got you. Let me know if you didn't understand what I said. But I think you got to make sure if you're personal or business. That's the first question. You want to make sure you answer. How do I switch back to personal account and switch to business and it is not working for me? There you go. That's an example. Ice 4 5 boutique. Those 3 lines in the corner of your profile again. 3 lines in the corner. Settings and privacy is what you're going to click next. And then you click account. And then you scroll down and it says switch to personal. So switch back to personal. Now, if that does not work and you have a TikTok shop, a seller account, it'll tell you you got your link to a seller account, you need to close your shop. And then you can switch after the shop has been closed for 30 days. There's a 30-day closing period. Then you can switch. Or plan B, just create another account. That's a personal account. That's pretty much what you do. And you're starting over, but depending on your situation, it may not be a bad idea to start over. Explanation. Thanks. You're welcome. Hello, I brought your course. Did you really? Naturally. Did you do it today? Let me know if you did it today. And if you didn't do it today, are you in my IG group? Anybody who bought my bundle, I'll pivot in a second to my bundle because I have a hard stop because I have a meeting at 12:15. But if you got the bundle and you're not in my IG group, send me a message. You can do it in here in TikTok. Essentially, I need you to go on Instagram and make sure you send me a message over there so I can add you to the group. Just need a help. Okay, awesome. I got you, friend. So once you get into my IG group, that's where I communicate over there. I'll send you a welcome message. We start connecting. If you need to schedule a meeting, we can do that. I got you. Okay. Good information always. Thank you so much. Fantastic. I appreciate you. How are you all doing? Awesome, awesome, awesome. Thank you so much. Catching up on comments. Good morning. How you doing, Miss Crystal? Thank you so much, Dimples. What if I want to be here? What does that mean? What does that mean? Creator for TikTok shop creator. Let me know what you mean by that, Dimples. Cute. Yes, the teddy bears. Would I put that there? Put what there? I missed it, Dimples. You go around and catch me up. Oh, okay, that's how I find my target audience on TT when going live. You fancy. How you doing, Alicia? I see your friend. Use that. What you mean? That's how I find my target audience when you go live. Target audience going live? Yes. There's a strategy behind your target audience, but yes, that's the whole thing. Um, I have to open an account. Ms. Christie said open an account doesn't mean we should clear our account followers who is following us. Ms. Christie, you're saying you have to open up a new account. Is that what you're saying? Because your business, let me know what you're asking. You're not clearing any followers unless they're banned accounts. Just go live. Yeah, oh, you just got live. Look at that. Yeah, congratulations, friend. Dimples. Just started my YouTube for your inspiration. Oh, look at that. Thank you so much, naturally. I see you, friend. That's why I'm here. Like I said, I don't gatekeep. I want you guys to be successful. This is our year. This is everybody's year. We don't have to sit back and just be consumers. That's what I call myself, consumer of information. We can curate. We can be people who are out here doing it and doing well at it. Yes, I do look at bio first before I yesterday. You said yesterday. Oh, y'all got me all confused. Like, oh, what just happened? So, Dimples, you said yesterday about something. I want to know. Oh no, you got your live yesterday. Okay, gotcha. Thank you so much. I see all the comments. All right, friends. Thank you so much. I'm naturally back up and the steals deal. Okay, okay, that's the name. Okay, gotcha, friend. I think we connected on there. Thank you so much. Yes, awesome. Hello again. I got approved for something in TikTok yesterday. What was the something, Amor? Thank you. What was the something? He said, I got approved for something yesterday. I love it. Great. How you doing, Cindy Lou? What does the puzzle look like? It's like a puzzle. It's a box that pop up. Your screen kind of darkens, and you get a box that pops up, and then it becomes a little puzzle piece. You have to slide over it and match it to the little puzzle hole, and that's it. So it's how you do it with your finger, essentially. Yeah, that's it. Chat later. I got homework before I go live. There we go, Miss Darlene. I see you, friend. Yes. Yeah, all good. That's good. Thank you so much. I appreciate you being here. Miss Darlene says she go live at 1:30 Central, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, so make sure you check her out. Anybody else who goes live, put your live post time in here. Let people know your topic, time, and time zone. You're gonna connect with building community. So I wanna see you, and if you aren't going live yet, what's holding you back? Let me know. Are you nervous? Are you scared? You don't know what to do? You don't know who to talk to? You don't know how to find your target audience? You don't know your topic? Let me know what's going on. By 4 p.m., I'm probably going to spend a little bit more time there because I talked about TikTok Shop here. Usually I get my people who are like, okay, I want to know how to get it or I got it and I don't know what to do. So I'm going to spend a little bit more time with my nervous people. This is my go live with you. So I want you to feel confident to go live. This is my level up. So I talk to you about, okay, now you have it. Here's where you're going to make the other streams of passive income. And then I talk about my bundle. I talk about my one-on-ones. I talk about me as a coach supporting you. You said, Dr. Lisa King, you see which program I got yesterday. No, I cannot. Or no, I cannot, friends. Um, no, that's for you to know. I can't see it here. I'm going to, hold on. What are you talking about? You said you got a TikTok program yesterday, so it wasn't my thing. I'm assuming you got a TikTok shop, maybe 1,300. You got a TikTok shop pilot program. I can't see that. Please answer my question. I did not see your question. I put your question back because I literally was scrolling. I don't recall seeing your question. And I literally was trying to get everybody's questions. I see good mornings. You might be getting filtered, friend. So let's see if you can put it back in. I'm still up higher. So I'm gonna see if I can catch up, Let me see if I can move quicker. This is under another page. This is I'm in your group on another page. Gotcha. Okay. Let's send me a message. Let me make sure I can connect the dots naturally. Send me a message on TikTok so I can connect the dots. So that way I make sure I know who you are. Because that happens to me now. You guys will have a TikTok name that's different, your Instagram name is different, your YouTube name is different. And I'm like, who talking to? And then you might have bought my bundle with your real government name. And I'm like, who is this? So I want to make sure I connect the dots. How do we switch back to a personal account? Did you catch that? I think I gave it ice earlier. On your profile screen where your face says three line in the corner, click that and then switch settings and privacies, then account, and say switch to personal or switch to business, depending on what you got. What if you never open a seller account? Can I just start the creator? Yeah, yeah, that's it. Okay, it bounced me all the way down. What are the things that we should say as soon as we start our lives? Mom talk. Give me a second, friend. Let me get you there. And their email is different. Miss Beth, oh my gosh, how do you love them? Okay, guys, let's see. You guys are so awesome. Got great questions. Miss Beth, I'm trying to make sure I go back up and I see what your questions are. I, I go live. Thank you so much. Go live at 7:30. We talk health, relationship, and the jam sessions. Music on Friday. There we go. Um, I am interested in getting TikTok shop this Christmas. Okay. Play music. Oh, that's right. How you doing, friend? I see you, Alicia. Let's go. Miss Dr. Peck, I missed your question. My stand store naturally. Okay, I got your friend. I was over 3 hours last night. Ended after midnight. Oh my goodness. When do you hit 10K, Alicia? Let me see. Let me see before I say the question. Okay, yeah, 8,500. Okay. You're almost there, friend. What are the top things people should do when starting their life? Mom, talk to me 1 second. I'm gonna get you there. I just wanted to make sure I caught up on a couple more questions. I was still looking for a bids question. I don't see it yet. How do you level up? I see that question. How do you level up? And then leveling up means that you're leveling up here with me and you're getting my bundle. But I'm gonna talk about that. What are the top suggestions? Yes, for going live. I got you, friend. You said it a couple times. So I'm gonna get you. So far, you're the best coach I've come across on here. Thank you so much, goodness, goody two shoes. The chat got to chatting on me today, though. Y'all got to chat. I was like, oh my gosh. What if you never opened a sales account? You just started the trainers. That's fine. You don't have to have a sales account. Yeah. If you got a personal account, you're good. Don't do a seller if you're not trying to sell a product. This deals I am in your group under another. Okay, gotcha. Okay, so let me, yeah, now I'm gonna go back down. She's the best thing ever. Thank you so much. Yes, I appreciate you. People just match their name. Okay, people's emails don't match their name. Yes, that's the other thing. Yes, Dr. Pig. I mean, didn't have a question, just said hello. Okay, awesome, friend. Yes. Okay. So what should you do? Mom talk, let me answer your question, friend. I got you. When you first come live, here's what I tell you to do, and this is what I talk about, especially with this particular live. This is my live where my people. I call this my level up live because you're not the nervous people. You're not the shy people. You are the people. That's why I said, who are my live hosts in the room? You are the people that are now saying, okay, I get this TikTok thing. I get I can make some money. I understand there's a bigger strategy here. I can go live, I can talk to my target audience, and I can be intentional about making solutions, creating solutions for them because I understand their pain points and their challenges. Okay. So you want to be intentional in that way. You said, I finally understand. There we go. There we go, friend. Yeah. So you want to be intentional. So I call this my level up. Now, my friend who asked about level up, I want to make sure you weren't talking about within TikTok and getting your blue box. So let me know if that's what you were talking about in terms of leveling that way. But at the end of the day, what I talk about here is making sure you understand the bigger picture. So if you know who your target audience is, what's their pain points, what's their challenges, what are the things that they are, what's the demographics and the psychographics, how they think, what's their interests? If those are the things that you are looking to connect with your community about, then you should know how to offer solutions. You need to know how to guide your live stream so that you are talking to them intentionally. When it comes to the blue box, real quick, Linda, I think that's what you're saying. The blue box, where you put yes at, click your photo, your image, then click your level 18. Your level 18 engager. So when you got a blue box, that and then click your level 18 number, and it shows you how many points you've collected, forward slash how many points you need to get to that next level, and then essentially that number underneath is the points that you're trying to get. Okay. So essentially what it's going to tell you is that you need to pay attention to how you're engaging, tapping the screen, sharing a live, commenting, gifting. Okay. Getting the daily heartbeat. TikTok wants you to engage that way. They want you to give. TikTok takes a percentage of the gifts. And so I want you to be intentional about how you engage. And so when you see that number at the bottom, it tells you your experience points, which is engagement points. It tells you how many points you need. Okay. So if you click the daily heartbeat, you get 45 points. Comment pops up, you get 30 points there. That's 75 points. And then you essentially can claim those points. See, you did your daily heartbeat. See, yeah, you done your daily heartbeat. And so all that matters. Okay. You said your son got access at $50. Yeah, that's because he was engaging. That's it. Or he might have had a business account. One of the two. Because TikTok will give business accounts early because they want you to go live and promote your business. Dr. Lisa, I finally did my first live last night and went to special place in Las Vegas. Just showing. Awesome. Corinne, thank you so much for sharing that. Look at you, friend. You said I finally did it. Okay, yeah, that's it. Stay engaged. That's it, friends. I appreciate you. How you doing, Martina? How are you? See there, Linda. Okay, see, Linda, I got you, friend. And so back to mom talk. Mom talk. Are you still in the room? Let me know if you're still here. If you like, Dr. Lisa, I gotta go. You all over the place today. I feel like I'm all over the place because y'all questions, y'all got the chat, and I was like, wait a minute. You said yes, I'm still here. I was trying to catch up on all your questions, and I still don't think I got a bid's question. A bid, I never saw your question, friend. So let me know if you're still here. Love you. Thank you so much, Stacey. I appreciate you, friend. Yeah, so put a comment. Just say here if you're still here with me because I never saw your question, friend. So with that, mom talk. When you come into your live, I got to run. Thanks so much for encouraging me. You're welcome, friend. When you come into a live, you essentially are going to say the keywords to speak to your target audience. That's why I went to the target audience piece because you got to know who you're talking to. Okay. And you got to know how your brand, you know, essentially your brand will resonate with that target audience. So if you know who you're talking to, you know the demographics, the psychographics, and their pain points and challenges, you're going to direct your comments, your questions, those keywords to them. You're going to speak to them. And because you're doing that, TikTok's going to say, "Okay, see, let's teach some of those people in the room." So if you're someone who is talking to your community, and your name is Mom Talk, you're talking to moms, I'm assuming. You're talking to moms, and you want to make sure your audience are moms that are hopefully experiencing some challenges with motherhood. And you're going to say, hey, if you're a mom dealing with these aspects of motherhood, not having enough time, not having self care, managing different age groups, that's something I have. I have my young adulting ones, and I have my preschooler. You know, what does it mean to manage your finances? You're dealing with college tuition and daycare expenses. So whatever that is, you're able to speak to those pain points and people can say, "She's talking to me. That's what's happening. She's talking to me. Let me sit here and see what she's talking about." And so TikTok is also an outlet to push people into your room where those words you're saying, how you're communicating with them will resonate with them and they will come to your room for that reason. Because maybe they've been typing stuff, or maybe they're posting about it, or maybe they're engaging with content. Their watch time with certain content speaks to the things that you're talking about in your life. Okay? And I have live access with my business code. Will I still have access if I change the personal? You know what, Chef? That actually is the case. Yeah, people do still get their live access keeper. Yeah, that has happened. Yes. Yes, to answer your question. Yes. Yeah, we've seen that happen. Now, yeah. Now you don't keep your clickable website. You don't have the email field. Those things do change, but you will keep your live access. So I've heard people say that. So that is part of the perks. You still can go live, but you probably would have got it anyway because you're an engaged person, and you would have gotten it early anyway. So that should be good. Thank you. Any other questions? Did I miss anybody's questions? Because like I said, those keywords matter. So when you come into your live, mom talk. So when you come into your live, you're talking the same things that will resonate with your audience. You're talking about your topic. You in turn, you said, yes, I missed it then. I don't think you got, I think you might have got filtered for that. I saw when you told me you went live in Vegas, but I didn't see the question. Um, yeah, I don't think I saw the question. See if you can rewrite it. Yeah, last thing I see is when you told me you went live in Vegas. Um, how can I tell the difference between real followers and bots? You know what? I don't know if I have a good answer for that. I don't know if I have a good answer. I think at the end of the day, what I know to be true is usually people say user with all the numbers is a bot. I think there's a lot of times people who are trying to optimize their profile. I mean, I've had several users come in and ask questions, and there are clearly people behind hearing what I'm saying, asking very relevant questions. And I'm like, okay, user, you need to update your profile. And then they'll come back and say, I'm back. I updated my profile. So I don't know. I think honestly, what I will say is there's some behavior that is spamish where they will come in and just dry tag when they click somebody's name and just hit send. Again, that's a person behind the screen, possibly, but sometimes it is bots. I mean, there are people, there's so much automation happening. So it could be bots too that are coming into the room. I don't know if there's anybody else have an answer. If somebody else in the room has like a telltale sign that they look at, that'll be interesting to just see if there's any things that you've noted in terms of the differences between real and fake. Know how to find my core question. I didn't know how to find my core audience. To you, make a bio. Yeah, that's it. That's it. And I think I got filtered again. You did get filtered again. You did, because I don't. I see what you said. I think I got filtered, but I don't see the question, friend. Questions I have to go enjoy. Oh, I enjoy your lives. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, friend, and I appreciate you being here to share. Thank you so much. Any tips and tricks on getting more people on your live share? Okay, wait a minute. I did your answer too. Can you explain a little bit about your profile message? My profile message, or what you mean? Your bio? The bio message? Let me know if you're talking about me personally, because I just say I'm a live message. I mean, it has my live message in there. You're saying how to create a bio. I think that's what you're asking. If you if they are asking personal questions. Ooh, Cindy, I missed the beginning. Who is they? Oh, you're saying the bots? If they're asking personal questions? Oh, I don't know. That's the way. Is 900 views good or bad? For your live stream, that's decent. It's good. Yeah, yeah. That's a great start. Do our followers affect our algorithm? What type of kind of videos? Ooh, that's a good question, Miss Crystal. The answer is yes to that. But hold on one second. That's a good philosophical question. Leveling up. Definitely claim your points before you leave. Thank you so much, man. You get to level up cake. You're like, I got my cake. Thank you so much. I see you. I love it. Um, Let me go back to it was a question I got asked. Thank you so much. You're so sweet. Um, how can I tell the difference between real and okay, that's the thought question. So we talked about that. Do our followers affect our algorithm? Your followers do affect your algorithm. I think that the short answer to that is yes. Your followers, your followers, well, let me say this. Your followers will show up in your feed of your friends, your friends. Let me take that back differently. Your following and your friends affect your algorithm. Your friends are the people who you follow back. So you see friends that you can go and scroll in their content. You see following are people you're paying attention to them. So those are the videos that you want to you said I'm following them for a reason. So that affects what you see. I'm, I'm sorry, I call that came from. So that affects your feed of what you see as well. And so if you are following accounts that are not aligned with your topic, then it will affect your algorithm. You're going to see stuff and you're like, that's not what I want to see. So that's why I tell people to go to your home screen and search for what you do want to see, the type of content you want to be connected to. And then essentially maybe some new people you want to follow. Okay. You'll see there's a strategy out there. Let me just mention the strategy real quick. And it's something I can get off y'all because I got a hard stop at 12. I just realized that. There's a strategy where essentially as you are thinking about creating a new account. I'm saying this out loud to you. And so it does require you to think differently about your engagement. There's a strategy that says you want to create that account based on the content you want to see, as well as your community you want to build, friends and followers. And so maybe you only follow people who are in the same topic. And then the people who are following them are people you want to engage with your content. So you want to be very intentional about following and then ultimately who's following you. Okay. Because those are people who may come to your page, come to your live session. So there is a strategy. There's also a thought a thought process where as you're engaging with those people you're following, you're reposting their content because the algorithm sees you reposting that type of content and it pushes that more of that type of content into your feed, into your page. Okay. So yes, there is something to say about who you're following, who are your friends. Again, think about those sections on your profile, your friends, your following, and then your For You page. Okay. So yes, I answered that pretty broad still, but you definitely want to be cognizant. I didn't know how to find my core audience to tell me in my bio. Yeah, the bio is important. You said I'm skin filtered. Thank you. So and you tips and tricks on getting better people in your life. Getting more people in your life. Essentially, you want to make sure you post that you're going live. You want to use that at a live event and say what time you're going live. You want to be intentional about um, communicating that in your stories to your current followers and friends, as well as doing content that you post where it gets out to other people who are looking for that topic. I told you, TikTok will push your content out to people. When you think about your bio, the keywords, and push it out to people who are looking for that type of content. So you want to do that. And then you want to make sure, yes, you're not having an announcement when you go live. If you see my content, I don't think there's many videos where I don't talk about my live. Join me live at 10 and 4, where I give you tips to go live and monetize. I do that intentionally because I want people to now know I do this. So as people who are looking for tips, they get pushed out to them. So make sure you get in the habit of doing that. Make sure you think about your bio a bit. I don't know if I answered your question, but I think that is the bio. Those words that you put, use Chat GPT. I'm going to say this real quick. Use Chat GPT. I have a prompt. When I do my 4 o'clock go live for these, I'm going to do it. I'm going to talk about chat. That's going to be part of my strategy. I'm going to talk about chat. I have 3 prompts that I use. There's one for chat to help you brainstorm who's your target audience in your niche. I have a prompt that talks about your go live topic in outline. And then I have a prompt that tells how you can write a bio that's based on all of that and aligning it together. So those are the 3 prompts that I'll get. Okay? If you're asking for support. questions. Cindy, what am I missing? Oh, yeah, I think that's what you're talking about. Not diffuse. It's not diffuse. That's good. I think not diffuse is really good. Do our followers affect our okay, I answered that question. Yeah. Um, your bio says you teach how to make a passive income. Is that TikTok shop? No, Miss Crystal. Okay, Miss Crystal, I am about to do it because I need to pivot. That's what you were about to ask. I talk about my bundle because I have an Instagram bundle. I'm an affiliate of PPC, and I do one-on-one consultations for people who are asking questions about whether it's passive income, whether they have their own product or service that they want to think about their business strategy. I do all that. So I usually pivot and talk about my stand store, and I should have done it much sooner than now. So this is not my normal behavior. Lunch your income. What does that mean? Lunch. Okay. Okay. You guys are asking all the right questions. Okay. Launch your income. Let's get here. Let's go here. Okay. Good. I want to know more. I'm sorry. You said newbies needed. Okay. Here's what I'm gonna do. I want you to follow new people. We're gonna follow Dr. Lisa. We're gonna get it right. Because Dr. Lisa is taking too long. I have like 15 minutes exactly to talk about this. Um, Hit my profile, my profile picture, my mini profile pops up. If you click my profile again, I'm gonna flip my camera. It takes you to my large profile. Okay, it takes you to my primary profile. Under my profile, you'll see stickers in the way. You'll see my stand store. See, it says stand store. We're gonna click that. Okay, we're gonna click that, and you guys are gonna get a real rushed conversation because I usually spend a lot longer here. But I apologize, but everything that's in here is available to you. So in my stand store, my business name is Launch Your Income. So that is what I use as my other way of getting support to people. UBC, I'm an affiliate for UBC. So UBC, if you are interested in it, grab the sneak peek. I'm going to do a real quick commercial. When I talk about a program that is focused on supporting you with understanding your brand is called the Ultimate Branding Course. So when you think about your brand, how you are showing up here, it essentially is UBC that talks very digital about understanding your brand impacts how people, your target audience, resonate with you. And so you want to make sure you have a strong brand and you want to be intentional about making sure you know who is your target audience. Okay. So they teach that concept and they bring it into the space of digital marketing. I tell people all the time, you are live streaming, you are a live host, you are engaging in digital marketing, you are a brand and you're talking to your audience, you're connecting and resonating with them. So your brand is here in the live stream platform, this aspect of it, as well as in the social media as a content creator, whether it's on TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. You are a content creator. So your brand, whether it's your personal brand and you're talking to, family members and showing them what's going on in your life, or you're talking to your broader community and you're showcasing all the things that you're doing. So again, it's part of your branding strategy. So what UBC does, it has like over 40 modules. It teaches you about how to create a brand that's going to resonate with your audience, but also how do you promote yourself so that you can get affiliate deals, brand deals. That if you're looking to have an Etsy business, they just added a module on that. So it's a whole lot. Because it's a whole lot, I actually have an Instagram group chat just for my UBC people because I was a beginner with this. And the person I bought UBC from never supported me. I don't know. I've never heard back from her. I'm not that person. I don't want to be that for people. So I actually do have the Instagram group chat where you can come over there and I'm sharing information about UBC. UBC is like 53,000 people strong. It's a whole community. It's a whole thing, but it's great if you engage properly. You learn a lot. You're learning from essentially millionaires, I'm sorry, 7, 8 figure earners. So you get a lot there. You just have to know how to leverage it. This is my bundle. So people said they got my bundle earlier. If you did get my bundle and you're not in IG, I am looking UBC. Look at you. Bountiful got it. She got it last week. They had a sale. They don't have a sale going on right now. And I'll tell you right now, I didn't buy it when it was on sale. But get the sneak peek if you're interested in UBC. Get the sneak peek. And I'll let you know when the sale happens. Or if you're interested in buying it, I can answer questions for you. And you can get put in my group chat. But Thank you for saying that. I'm happy you're loving it because actually I think it's a great program. I think it's about how you leverage it. That's the thing about it. People buy courses and they don't do anything with them. So if you are actively thinking about your strategy and what you need to do based on your specific brand, because sometimes UBC can be very they're thinking about how do you elevate your brand, which is great. But I think it's important to also know who are you talking to, who's your audience, what's going to resonate with them. So we talk about that too. So UBC is there for you. My bundle, what I tell people now is my bundle is really a starter kit. So if you're somebody you're saying, okay, I'm in this space, I'm on TikTok, I might be on YouTube, I might be on Instagram, I'm still trying to figure out this space of what I want to do when it comes to my community and what other options I have. This is gonna get you the fundamentals. There's a mini course, a 3-hour course in terms of digital marketing 101. There's a branding masterclass where you get understanding how to build a brand that resonates with your audience. And then leveraging Canva. Canva is a design software. Okay. I want you to use Canva to make sure you can design your logo, design if you have a product that you want to produce, maybe an ebook, a checklist, a workbook, a journal, whatever it is that you're trying to create, it will help you create that. Okay. Canva is actually about to transform to be very user friendly and intuitive. They're integrating a lot of AI. They just had a conference a couple weeks ago. And so they're talking about their new innovations. So Canva's been cutting edge. You're going to need to, I would say, use it because it's not going to be Canva of old where you have to kind of design stuff on your own. So it'll be awesome. So there's a 2-hour class on Canva, as well as my playbook and 46 ebooks. So you get all that in that bundle. And you also get put in my Instagram group chat. So you get me. So that's the benefit of overall. You get access to me, you get access to if I need to meet with you, we can schedule one-on-one. It is essentially me being a coach for you, someone to support you in your journey. So, and then the group chat is really good. I think we're right now at officially 140 people in the group chat. We're growing, we're connecting, we're supporting each other. I want you to feel like you have other people you can go to and ask questions as well. So that's where the other support happens for you. The other two things in here is my newbies. If you are interested, you said that's exciting. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, friend. Um, my newbies who are thinking about what to do at the beginning of their life, during their life, after their life session. I have a 3-page checklist. So I want you to take advantage of that and make sure you understand all the different things you could be doing to set up your life for success. And then my people were like, I don't know what to talk about, who's my target audience, how do I introduce myself, how do I start my life. I have a 3-page chat GPT. I use the AI to help you understand how to jumpstart your live section and get it started. I also do one-on-one consultations. Oh, somebody just bought one. Okay. I was like, wait a minute. Um, I also do one-on-one consultations so you can get schedule one-on-one. You might say, Dr. Lisa, great, all the stuff you got in here, but I need to talk to you about one specific issue. That's where this comes in. You can get that. I do a 2-for-1 package, so you can schedule your first meeting, 40 minutes over Zoom, and then we have a follow-up meeting. Schedule that as well. And then my nervous people, shy people, square people, introverted people, you can get my download, my free. This is 100% free to you. Just grab that. My overthinking action. It's helping you understand how to start taking action and not overthinking this process because there is success at the end of the tunnel. So during my 10 o'clock, that's what this is. And I'm going to get on like 5 minutes. But during my 10 o'clock, I promote the bundle. So if you want the bundle, it has this promotional price. It's normally 127. It is 57. And I'll keep it at this price for the next, gosh, probably 2 hours. Because once I get out of my meeting, I usually try to change it before I get to my 4 o'clock. So it is there for you. If you buy it, go ahead and grab it. It comes with what's called master resale, right? So it's 100% yours. Essentially, you buy it, you can rebrand it, you can resell it. So if you're like, okay, my community could use a starter kit, could use this because they're trying to figure out this space too. And as I talk to them, I'm going to make sure I have something I can offer them. That's what this is. You can do that. I tell you to use it because ideally, you may want to create something that is very tailored to your community. So it's like, okay, now I need to create a product or a solution that will help them because my live is talking about Okay. So this is going to teach you how to do that if you're not sure how this all fits in. So it teaches you visual marketing, what is a PLR product, which is private label rights, versus MRR, which is master resale rights, versus being an affiliate, versus understanding how to create your own product. It's teaching you the fundamentals. It teaches you how to create a stand store, how to have a storefront, and you put your products in stand store. I can also give you some guides and tips on creating that, but it helps you understand, if you're in this business, what does it mean to have a freebie, which is a lead magnet. They talk about that. So email marketing, email flows. You'll get the fundamentals. There's three. I want you to understand how to do this and go about it. And then how do you do your brand? How do you create a brand, rather? Logo, font, colors, those type of things that again will resonate with your audience. We'll check back and forth. Oh, that's fine, Kimberly. Thank you. Usually I don't talk about the bundle. This bundle, it's in my storefront. I may skim over it, but I don't go into details about it. It's only this particular one because again, the audience at 4 are nervous people. So I don't want to overwhelm people. So I try to keep it focused on how do you just engage? How do you just understand? Get into a point where you're inspired to hit the go live button. Okay. The Canva Mastery and then the playbook. The playbook is where I'm very intentionally about, and I use this playbook for my making sure you understand week one, in the next 30 days, I want you to take action each week. So week one, you're doing these courses so that you have that information. Week two, I want you to create your product. Thank you, Urban. I see your friend. I want you to create your product, whether it's a physical product, digital product, coaching, consultations, mentorship, membership, whatever you're doing, you create that. Week three, I want you to create your storefront. So I use Stand. It has a 14-day trial. You might want to use Beacon, System Mail, Shopify, Etsy, whatever you're going to use. You're going to create that. And then week four, you're going to launch. Now, ideally, you are going live every step of the way. That's what this is based on. You are building your community so that people get to know, like, and trust you. Okay? So that is what that is about. I just want you to be intentional about your strategy. Um, Again, this is the bundle if you want to grab it. And if you do grab it, and if you have grabbed it, and you're not in my Instagram group, please um, send me a message so I can get you in the group chat. So once you purchase, you get a confirmation like this from Stan. And these are your clickable links to access the course. Since I'm rushing right now, I'm not going to be able to cover it. I do actually have on YouTube a video that overviews this whole document and clicks all these links so that you know what you're getting, as well as I'm telling you how to get into my chat. Okay? Check this out. You're welcome. You're welcome, friend. So take a look at this. This is after you buy. So once you buy, you get access to the YouTube. But essentially, this is what it's all about. Okay. If you have questions, feel free to DM me, friends. DM me. Let me know if you have any questions. Um, and I'm happy to meet you also if you want to schedule one so I can support you. And if there's any last minute questions I missed, I can take one or two more questions. I appreciate you all. You guys are an awesome community. I kid you not. So let me know if there's any last minute questions. If I did not answer your question, if you want to come shoot me real quick, I got the answer real quick. Um, but that's what I would say about the stand, what's happening there, launch your income. I want you to be intentional about what you're doing. Okay? So that's what I teach. I want you to be very intentional. Okay? Thank you so much, Regina. I appreciate you. Yes, you did hurt me. Hey, I'm about to get off. You just made me think about it. Claim your points. Okay? So claim your points. Click the daily hurt me again. Claim if you're still sitting in here. Hopefully people didn't leave before they claim their points. Okay? Thank you so much for your help. Have a good time. Thank you so much. You're welcome. Yeah, so claim your points. If you click your daily hurt me again, you get all those points that you meant to be watching. And I'll be back tomorrow in the morning. I do my 10 o'clock, so I go twice a day. Naturally, thank you, friend. And then I'll be back at 4. So go live on these. Let me know if there's any questions. All right. And then you can click the bell on my profile to know when I go live. Thank you so much, friends. Thank you. I'll see you at 11 on Zoom. Okay. All right. Appreciate you. Alright. What about subscribe? Oh, subscribing to my channel? Subscribing to my page here? Thank you, like, yes. How you doing, Ice Mountain? Mana, how you doing? Um, 3 subscriptions. One is I do a standard, premium, and you take a look real quick. Standard, I do, sub-only lives. My next one is next Wednesday. So on the 30th, 6:30 p.m. Eastern. I did one last week, so I'm gonna do I try to do it every other week. Sub-only live, I bring to that live conversation something about monetization. Typically, I talk very intentionally about subscriptions. That's been the last couple conversations I've had, and I'm actually gonna post a video I'm trying to get it done today where I take some information and share it with my subscribers. Um, and then there's the sub stickers and there's all that stuff. How you doing, Silver Lady? And then my premium is where I actually do a profile review. So my people are like, okay, my profile, what does it mean? I actually give you at least 4 to 5 strategies on how to prove your profile, whether it's your name, making sure there's some alignment there with your bio, and then ultimately your content. So everything you want to have aligned. Okay. So that's my profile review. I do that for people. And then my last thing that I do is the deluxe. So you get profile review and I do a live stream on it. So you just let me know. I'll be here for 15 minutes, do a review evaluation, and then give you feedback on how to improve in terms of engagement, specifically engagement, and then how you're talking to your target audience. So those are my subscription benefits. Let me just mute. Let me know what you if you have any questions, friend. And so those those are the things I do for those subscriptions. They all come with standard, but the other two are a little bit more unique and specific. But feel free to subscribe. Let me know if you have questions, and then send me a message after you subscribe. Ideally, I want you to, because I've been dealing with the imposter accounts. I got rid of them, but they'll be back. And I'm about to get rid of them again. So I don't want people messaging me. That is not me. I only have this one account. It is Dr. Lisa. So, all right, friends, let me let you go. I got to get to my meeting. I appreciate you all. Thank you. Bye bye. Okay, YouTube. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you all. Thank you so much. How you doing? Lisa? I'm stepping away. Okay, I think you're back. Make sure you like the live and subscribe. Okay, but I appreciate you all being here, and I'm going to shut off. All right.